Hello everyone, Mr. Happy here, and welcome back to another part of my Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play series. I changed my channel from the last part, my internet channel. My internet connection shot up, so in before it completely crashes in the middle of a recording. So, we have two main story quests we can accept right here, and it doesn't matter which one you accept. You'll have to do them both eventually anyway. One of them will introduce you to the Sea of Clouds, which is one of the two zones we'll go to. The other one, this one, will introduce you to the Korthus Western Highlands. So, once you grab those two quests, just make your selection. Do you want to go to the Falcon's Nest in Korthus Western Highlands, or do you want to go to the Sea of Clouds? I am personally going to go to the Sea of Clouds first. Now, there's also, at this point, a bunch of quests pop up in Ishgard itself. Now, side quests, while they aren't mandatory, I don't recommend ignoring them, because most of the time, they're just going to come back to haunt you. I've ignored some of them on my main character, but only because they were just really tedious. And they were around, like, level 50-ish or whatnot. They didn't really seem to have a point. I just wanted to get into the new zones, pop benediction on myself for no reason. You know, the standard stuff. Just wanted to do that. But at this point, the quests for the new jobs should become available. So if you want to save the expansion main story quest for one of the three new jobs, Dark Knight, Astrologian, or Machinist, this would be the point where you go, okay, I'm not, or are they not available? Okay, yeah, they are. This would be the point where you go, okay, I don't want to do these main story missions yet because I want to use their experience points on my secondary job. So I'm going to unlock one of the new jobs, you know, level it up to 50, and then continue the main story. So this is actually where the Dark Knight quest is unlocked. I'm not going to accept it, but just so you're aware, it's at X13 Y8 in the Pillars of Ishgard, here on the minimap. I know it's kind of weird, but when you actually pay attention to the story, you'll understand why it doesn't have a guild or anything along those lines. So, with that out of the way, the Sea of Clouds is right down there. I'm very close to it. However, like I said, I want to show you the guilds first. I show you where the Machinist one was in the last part, but I think I'll teleport back over there just to show you again. Now, this Aetheryte we're tuning to is actually the one for the Astrologian Guild. Why can't I move? Oh, I tuned myself to all the Aetherytes. Okay. So, I could actually just teleport right to Central Highlands, I guess. This is the Astrologian Guild right here. Now, if you're wondering why the quests for, like, you'll see, like, that quest isn't popping up on the minimap, it's because it's considered a new job quest or a new class quest, similar to, like, so you want to be a paladin, or so you want to be a gladiator, so you want to be a marauder. So those don't pop up on the minimap, but that is the person you'll talk to unlock Astrologian. I'm also going to talk to this NPC right here. I think I have to go down anyway to the near the Skysteel Manufactory for the quest that I'm doing, this little side quest for, like, 20k XP. And it seems like you're getting a lot of XP right off the bat, right? Like, what did I do? 3 main story missions? I'm 144k into my level. Like, that's awesome, right? Man, why would I not do these side quests? I'm sure they're all phenomenal. No. Let me tell you this right now. No. All right, let's see if I can figure out where to go. Forgotten Knight, no. The Broom, the Jeweled Crozier. Saint Ramad, I'm pretty sure is the Dark Knight one. The Tribunal. Yeah, like, I don't know. The Broom, the Jeweled Crozier, and the Tribunal. I think the Tribunal is in the top right. I'm going to go with the Jeweled Crozier. That sounds like... Because I know that the market boards is around... Yes, okay, I guessed right. I figured it out. Okay, so I need to go up here. Hand this guy his little item. And then I'll teleport. I mean, I showed you in the last video, but I should really go down there. Because I said I'd show all 3 of them in this video. Just so you could kind of see the exclamation mark above the guy's head. You know, put a face to the man. All right, it'll only take me 2 seconds. I'll just teleport over to the Skysteel Manufactory and then come back. I'm going to take any little bit of XP I can get, really, though. Like, I'm going to definitely try to do a trial roulette on this character at some point, because I just don't want to get left behind on this character. And I had that same fear on this character the first time around, didn't I? Where I was doing extra roulettes off camera so I didn't get stuck with the main story. I think that happened too on this character when I was doing 1 to 50. So this is the quest where you will go to unlock Machinist. So now you know where all 3 of them are. If you want to unlock them, this would be the point to do it. And I also have a quest right here. What quest? Oh, no. This is the quest for, yeah, as part of the main story. I just realized that's a Chocobo Keep that takes you to the Korthus Western Highlands. So let's go hand in that quest, the Dinner for 4 quest. There should be a few other quests that have popped up here. Yeah, there are. We can do those if we really want to, but I know you guys want to see the Sea of Clouds. I'll get to them eventually when the quest, when the main story itself actually takes me over to the Forgotten Night. But until then, I'm not going to bother with it. And at 53, we'll definitely have to come back there, because that's when I have to show you guys how to unlock the hunt. I unlocked the hunt on this character, right? I hope I did. Am I max Grand Company rank on this character? Am I second lieutenant? Yeah, I'm second flame lieutenant. Yes. Okay, good. It's been a while. I'm sorry. I couldn't remember. All right, so there's the extra 24k XP. That NPC becomes important again later, so I like making sure he doesn't have any quests, because you can actually not notice a very important quest that he gives later if you're not already educated about its existence. So it's just easier to have it done. Now, there's also a quest right there. I could talk to this NPC right away and be taken to the Sea of Clouds, or I could grab the quest from that guy first. I think this might be one of the quests that I said, it's too tedious, I don't want to do it. I'll find out in a second. They want me to deliver the... Okay, so deliver the airship flight plan to Jenna Quinnard. This is the NPC. See, if I had done the side quest first, I could have just made mention of the quest. Maybe that's the person who teaches you where all of the guilds are? No, that can't be it. If they sent me to the Sky Steel Manufactory, they definitely wanted me to see where 2 of them were. Speak with Fromlot. Where's that guy? Where is Fromlot? He is in the Foundation. I'm not even kidding. See that Ethernet shard right there? I'll walk over to it. I'm kidding. Come on. You guys know I'm lazy, but come on. You really thought I would do that? I almost did that the other day. It's kind of by the Sky Steel. Oh wait, it might be the guy from the Sky Steel Manufactory. I wasn't even really looking. It is, isn't it? This is probably a quest to show you exactly what I just showed you. Where all of the where at least 2 of the new ones are. Yeah, it's not this guy, it's that guy, but it's close enough, right? And then go back. It's funny that they still don't even bother to show you where the Dark Knight quest is. Like, even though this quest seems to have been specifically designed to show you where 2 of the 3 new jobs are. I don't know why I said it like that. It seems like they just don't care about showing you where the Dark Knight is. I guess because they want it to be dark and mysterious. It's a pretty good quest line. All right, Claw. Give me my XP. That was pretty easy XP. I don't care how tedious some side quests can be. If you ask me to talk to 2 NPCs for 24k XP, I'll do it. All right, and now we are heading off to the Sea of Clouds. Now, the Sea of Clouds is a very confusing zone for new players, so it's a reason why I picked it first. Now, when you first get off, it doesn't seem so bad. It looks massive. This is going to be your first real look at the new areas. They were taunted as being massive, and in case you can't tell, all of that is reachable and interactable, and you can land on it, and there's islands off on the side. It is a huge, huge, huge zone. I cannot say huge enough times. That's what she said. Anyway, so this is the first camp that we're going to be at. This is Camp Cloud Top. No, I don't want to hire one. I don't even have any other ones available, so I can't. Let's get the Aetheryte real quick. And again, there are some side quests here. I'm going to do them. I plan to be 51 before we go over to Korthus. I plan on it. Let's see what ends up happening. But so, the big thing to mention is that not only are there islands that are only accessible via flying or via very specific quests that take airships to those islands, but you can only access the south side of the map on your first visit here. Your first visit here is going to be your visit at level 50. Your second major visit will be here at around 56. Now, that doesn't take you to the other half of the Sea of Clouds, but I'm just making mention. You will eventually come back here and be able to start working on unlocking flying in this zone, which I know I'll have to make an entire video about. You know what? I wasn't going to make a guide for the Ether Currents. I'm gonna make a guide for the Ether Currents. Like, I really didn't want to. I wanted it to be something people experience, but I'm going to have to do it on this character while I'm recording anyway, so I might as well. Also, I'm in Cleric stance. Good job, me. We're right back to the same old happy goodness. Just staying in Cleric stance all day. Should have probably also protected myself, but we'll worry about that later. So, one of the other big things is I'm doing this quest right here, and you'll notice mobs are a lot stronger in these new areas than they were in the old areas. Now, they're not so strong that it's, like, overbearing, but they're taunted as if you get multiple of them on you at once, you're not going to have a good time. Now, I'm a white mage, so I can take care of myself and still deal at least somewhat decent damage, even without some of the newer skills that I'll be unlocking. But just keep that in mind. You don't want to try and fight 2 or 3. Oh, I actually still had Protect on. Let me re-Protect then, I guess. And when I say I still had Protect on, that's from the Steps of Faith in the video prior. In case you hadn't figured that out. Be careful with that jump, by the way. If you jump off of that platform and you end up at 1 health, there's a good chance you'll die. That guy was actually flying. It looked like he landed and should have died, but he was actually flying and then landed. So you're going to notice, especially with me as a white mage, it's probably going to take me a pretty long time to kill certain packs of enemies. Just bear with me here, alright? I'm just going to have to use Presence of Mind a lot, because otherwise everything is going to take a very long time to kill. See, that guy's level 60, so he's not having any trouble with it. I am not, so I will have trouble with it. How many more of these things do I need? I need 3? Alright, good. I need this one. And then we're good to go. There's quite a few quests here. Quite a few side quests. This guy should help me out. Alright, yeah, he will. I'm just going to help DPS it down. If you have a friend, honestly, I feel like the expansion, other than the few quests that you can only do alone, this is the perfect expansion to, like, play with a friend. Because playing with 2 people and partying up to do most of the content, you know, do your high-level roulettes together, maybe break off and do your low-level separately, or spam dungeons together or things like that. This feels like the perfect expansion to do that with, because the leveling experience is so much faster if you do. Yes, you will lose some experience, and yes, I know you're probably wondering, why doesn't he just pull out his Chocobo friend to help him kill these mobs or heal him a little bit more? And the reason is I don't like using the Chocobo while leveling up. It's a strange thing, but it's just because when you have the Chocobo out, you get reduced experience points per enemy kill. And granted, enemy kills are barely worth anything here. So it really doesn't hurt you at all to just use them. It's a personal block that I have. I would recommend that you use, if you have a Chocobo, make it like a DPS Chocobo or something like that, and just use them. Use them to your advantage, because that's what they're there for. They're there to make your solo leveling experience a little bit easier, a little bit less lonely. I, on the other hand, just, I don't like doing it. And besides, they're so dumb, I end up having to re-summon them over and over again. Yeah, I'm pretty salty about it, but that's okay. Sea of Clouds. There's a lot of quests here. So, like I said, you will come back to this exact point eventually, just not right now. I really want to do some of my roulettes. Like, I could get so much XP from my roulettes right now. And that's another thing. Certain things, like, the beginning of the leveling experience is going to feel okay as well. It's around level 56 and 58 where the leveling starts to feel a bit slower. And when I say a bit, I mean quite a lot. And there's multiple reasons for that. Now, in my earlier videos where I was recommending, you know, stop and do fates while you're leveling your first job, or just stop and do anything, really. Like, you know, just stop and do some leaves every couple of levels so you don't fall behind the main story, or stop and do some dungeons or fates and work on your challenge log. All of those things are relevant still, but they don't have that well of scaling for the XP that they give. So while they are still okay to make sure you don't ever get stuck behind the main story, that is no longer really relevant for 1 to 50. They doubled the XP all of the major stories are worth, or the major story quests are worth. So you don't need as many of the side quests. You don't need as many dungeons or as many roulettes. 46 to 49 can still be a bit of a pain for a brand new character, but even that's not so bad. So really, all I have to say is do a few dungeons, do a few roulettes. Don't ignore them while you're going through the main story, or especially if you're someone who only logs in like once a day. That's what they're there for. Yes, the EXP does not scale all that great, but it'll guarantee you on your first character that you do not hit a block, that you don't fall too far behind. You'll see me making more mention of this as we actually do roulettes or some of the new dungeons or temple leaves, which is another new feature. There's a lot of stuff to still talk about on this character, and luckily with a full expansion of new content, I now have quite a bit that I want to share with you guys. So expect me to share quite a bit. These enemies, by the way, these Pisces, these things are the devil. So don't look directly into their eyes because you'll be haunted for the rest of your life. If you see them in space, especially, then it definitely is a little bit weirder. I might have to kill this one just to get to that destination. Nope, they both looked away. It's as if they knew I was questing here. Oh my goodness, this is going to take forever. I think each one of these actually spawns enemies. Maybe this one doesn't. So you're going to notice that that guy's flying and that I'm not. You're probably thinking to yourself right now, why doesn't he just fly around all these enemies? So I'm going to explain this in a future video, and you've already heard me make mention of something called ether currents. But in order to fly in a zone, you need to pretty much explore the entire thing first. For all but the final zone, there are 10 ether currents littered throughout the zone. And In order to get them, you need to first get to a main story quest that gives you something called an ether compass. It also gives you your first flying mount. So I can't access those things yet. That's why I'm not running around looking for them right now. There's 10 of them that are out in the open world that you have to find. And then there's also... Please don't aggro. Please don't aggro. There's also 5 of them that are gotten from side... 5 of them that are gotten from quests. 4 of them are gotten from side quests. And 1 of them is gotten from the main story. I think it's always that. I don't know. It might be 3 and 2 or 4 and 1. But they're all pretty much the same. So, we'll get to that after I finish the Corthus Western Highlands, because that's when I'll get the Ether Compass, and that's when I'll do an Ether Compass guide for every zone, for new players especially. I think it's an adventure. I think it's part of the exploration process of exploring the zone, figuring out exactly, you know, where everything is, really experiencing the world for the first time. But so many people want Ether Current guides, for a visual Ether Current guide, even though there are plenty of Ether Current guides on the internet. If you were to just quickly Google Ether Current locations, Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward, you would find an Ether Current guide. Really easy one too. But people have been asking me, are you ever going to do one? Are you ever going to do one? Even with those written guides. So I suppose, yeah, why not? Also, the new sightseeing log, something I definitely want to do on this character. It's, don't worry, it's not that bad. The expansion sightseeing logs are actually pretty good for leveling. Now, if you're not planning on leveling multiple jobs, you can just get them on your first job and just speed up the process a little bit. If not, you can always get them on a secondary job. I think in total, getting all the sightseeing logs grants you like 700k XP or something like that. So they can actually be a pretty good boost for your second or third job playthrough, but you can only do them one time. So you really have to know what you want to use them for. I have no intention of leveling a second job on this character, especially with the way that experience points are working in the expansion right from the get-go. So I might just do them on this. So I was making mention. Now, you saw me run right past a Fate. Now, I didn't run past it because no one was doing it, because I could have very easily soloed that. I ran past it because it was a waste of my time. Okay, so this is a higher item level than my pants. Really? I only had I-110 pants? Oh my goodness. Inventory full of crap. Crap. Half of these look like quest rewards, and that's probably what they are. Here we go. That's probably going to be me for every single slot. A sense of urgency. So yeah, right now, the Fates in the expansion areas, they don't give that much experience points. Now, that's on purpose, because the 50 to 60 experience is supposed to feel comparable to your 1 to 50 experience. The initial one, not the 2.1 to 2.55. I need to /psych this guy up. Just you know, 2.0 as a whole, 1 to 50. So it takes a very long time. Unfortunately, due to the health scaling and due to the fact that, you know, they're barely worth any more EXP than the old Fates were, most people don't stop and do them unless it's a super rare Fate. There's a few in the Churning Mist, the Dravanian Hinterlands. There's 1 or 2 here that people occasionally ask for help for. But for the most part, people just aren't doing them because they aren't an efficient means of leveling. If you see somebody else doing them and they're moving along at a pretty fast pace, or you happen to have a quest mob that, you know, the Fate also spawns enemies from that quest, you could probably stop and do them. But you're almost never going to see me stopping to do main story quests. Just letting you know ahead of time. I'm actually going to... Is this... Yeah, it is. I'm not going to lie. I hate climbing up to Camp Cloudtop by foot. I will almost always teleport there. So there's a little, like, wooden stairway that you have to walk up. I don't know why. I'd rather teleport. That's... Talk about being a spoiled modern age gamer. That's me being a modern spoiled age gamer. A modern aged spoiled gamer. Did I say model? I don't even know. What are the words coming out of my mouth? Is this in English? Is this... Can we get English subtitles for this? Somebody want to turn on English subtitles? Tell me what it says. Because I think we need them at this point. Because I think that was like French or something like that. Whatever I just tried to say. I said the word models. So I don't even remember what I was trying to say. I just don't like it. See that right there? It leads down. That's what I was trying to say until I magically learned how to speak Spanish. Alright, Fabrolette. No, you can ask me whatever you want. Just know that I'm just doing it because of EXP. Even when it comes to going back over there, obtain... Where is this item? Oh, is that it over there? Bargaining chip. Is that the name of this quest? Yeah, it is. Okay. So one thing I like to do, even though it can be pretty risky because mobs do spawn directly under you right here, I just jump down. Whatever. I land on that fluffy thing and then I go down. If you're a ninja, that actually won't reduce you down to 1 HP that fall. Any other job it will. Nope. And that's exactly why. You can hit the bottom and aggro an enemy immediately, so it's a little risky. But it's better than taking that stupid stairwell until you die. Alright, so we got a few other main story missions. Probably gonna have to kill some more Vanu Vanu. I think that's what most of the first few quests are, just me killing Vanu Vanu. If I'm not mistaken, that's pretty much all it's gonna be. Alright. Come on. Oh, no. This is just the one where I psych them up. Well, maybe after I psych one of them up, the Vanu Vanu are gonna attack. Alright, get psyched. Fine if you insist. I mean, psyching somebody up, the last thing you think they're gonna say is fine if you insist. Yeah! Alright, fine. Actually, no, you know what? That sounds like something that would happen, like, your friend, like, doesn't want to do something. They're super unmotivated or demotivated for whatever reason. And then you just, like, try psyching them up, and they just eventually go like, oh, fine. Except that I don't know any of these people. So that's kind of strange. Alright, it's 2:38 now. I still gotta cook some food before I stream. I stream at 4 p.m. Well, when you see this video, that won't be relevant. Like I said, I don't know what my stream schedule is going to be at all when Savage comes out. I mean, I am going to try to show face at the very least, but I'm not going to be able to stream Savage progression for Alexander. And that's standard when you're in a progression race. The last thing you want to do is share strats. It's a lot more prevalent in World of Warcraft where there's, you know, millions and millions and millions of people playing. In a game like this, though, it seems kind of silly to some people, but that's what it is. I mean, it's all it is the world race. It's just a competition. That's what it is. People compete all over the world for reasons that we don't understand. And people take even the smallest competitions really, really seriously. And it's because they just love to compete. And I love to compete. And the last thing you want to do in any competition, give your opponent some sort of leverage, some sort of way to beat you. That's not something you want to do as a competitor. And I did not mean to get back on that when I could have talked to you. All right. I don't even know if this changes the quest at all, like what I'm telling him to do. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Pretty sure no matter what, he goes to the same place. Oh, the music stopped. That's weird. I also have 4 letters. Oh, and also the Fnatic versus Elements game is today for LCS. I think Super Smash Bros. On right now for EVO while I'm recording. I really want to be watching EVO or LCS right now, but hey, I got responsibilities. I got a YouTube channel. I got a Twitch channel. By the way, anyone who's watching this, who's watched my Twitch channel, you guys have been friggin' amazing for the past, like, well, forever, really. But, like, I don't know, just even before the expansion came out, we saw such a surge in sub numbers and donations and just views and popularity, everything. And honestly, it's been great. Thank you, everyone, so much. Like, I've been contemplating making like a heartfelt video about Twitch versus YouTube for some time now, and maybe you can use this as like a little precursor. Hell, I might even make that video this weekend before Savage progression, just because I don't know, and I'll get around to it if I don't, because there's been so much talk about, you know, YouTube gaming versus Twitch and all that crap. And as somebody who's been partnered with YouTube for far longer than I've been partnered with Twitch, I can honestly tell you I prefer Twitch in every way, shape, and form. For pretty, honestly, if Twitch made some sort of like really good like YouTube level video game sharing like just interface like YouTube has, like video sharing interface, I would honestly take them in a heartbeat. YouTube's been great to me, don't get me wrong. Like, YouTube is where I got my start. You guys, my YouTube viewers, have all been phenomenal. It has nothing to do with you guys. But I mean, I've felt that way for a pretty long time, where I just love streaming way more than making your standard YouTube video. I wish I had more stream highlights to upload to YouTube. So a lot of the times, like, people say highlight that, and I'm like, why? I don't understand why that's highlight worthy. Like, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's like, I love that people come and they can have it. Like, it's their experience. Like, they were there. They got to see it live. I feel like that's their reward for supporting the live stream. You know what I mean? But, I mean, I'm never going to stop doing guides. I friggin' love making guides. I friggin' love making YouTube videos. Just, it's a lot more stressful. A lot of people think it's more stressful to do Twitch. For me, it's more stressful to do YouTube. I mean, it's mostly between the recording and the rendering, having to do multiple takes, having to sort of temper my opinions a little bit. You guys have seen my less tempered opinions in this YouTube series, more specifically. But even then, it's like, when I'm live, like, I'm just me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make sure I don't mess up my speech or doing it over and over again until I get it right. It's just me live. There's nothing to censor. I listen to my music, I play some games, I directly interact with the chat, and the chat is just so much. Like some people think of Twitch and they think of like the League of Legends channels where it's just like Kappa, what the fuck, wrecked mate, dongers, throw out your dongers, throw up your dongers. This guy's a scrub. Like, they see all those like negative things in like the super hyper popular streams. But when you're your average Twitch broadcaster, you get a rotten apple now and again, but the general experience of being able to directly interact, and I'm taking the long way up just so you guys can see it, the ability to directly interact with your viewer base is just so much more meaningful to me. Ever since I got into YouTube, I got into it to interact with my viewer base. And as time has gone on YouTube itself, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this, I've done it less and less. I enjoy doing it so much more, either through the Monday video, like where I answer people's direct questions to me, or through Twitch. It's just, I don't know. It's a much less hostile environment. It's less stressful on me. It's so good. And then of course people, and this is more of like YouTube versus Twitch in general, like making videos versus live streaming. And of course you have the opinion of, YouTube gaming is going to be live streaming. It's going to be exactly what you wanted on Twitch, but it's just going to be on YouTube, and you don't have to worry about trying to get people to go watch you on a different platform. And there's all these things, except for the fact that if you look at the average YouTube base and you look at the average Twitch user, you're going to notice that as much as Twitch can be trolling in those super large channels, it's nothing at all compared to YouTube. It does not even remotely hold a candle to YouTube. And I honestly also feel that YouTube gaming is going to be... I'm just doing quests, so I hope you guys don't mind that I'm just fucking talking about whatever. I have a feeling YouTube gaming... So, somebody else put it this way. Let's say that Twitch is a lake, and you're just a fish in the lake. And you're trying to become, you're trying to become one of the bigger fish. You want all the other fish to know about you, and that's it. You don't even want to eat the other fish. You just want to be a bigger fish in the lake and have more stake in the lake. Not steak, like, more presence in the lake. If Twitch is a lake and you're a fish, YouTube is an ocean and you're a fish. And I feel that getting noticed on... Oh my goodness. I completely skipped the quest. I didn't even notice because I was too busy talking. Oh, no, I didn't. Wait. Oh, wait. What? Wait. What? Is that... That's an Ulda? Why do I... Oh, no, that's a different quest. Wait, I'm so confused. Didn't I just do a bunch of stuff? Dragons in the Mist. Where is this? Speak with... This was already on my list. Speak with... Emran in Vu Siran Sa, and am I just bugging out? Like, I could have swore I had 3 quests. I had 2 quests. I had another quest other than this. All right, whatever. Apparently I didn't. Apparently that what I just did, and okay, whatever. So hi everyone, I'm back. So back to the whole YouTube versus Twitch discussion. Now that I'm no longer bugging out. Ooh, an A rank is up. Oh, I can't even do it. There's no point. It's just that I'd rather try to get noticed in a lake than try to get noticed in an ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm trying to get noticed, I don't want to be competing against even more people. Because some people think Twitch is oversaturated. It's too hard to become partner. YouTube, it's the opposite. It's oversaturated because it's too easy to get partnered. And I'm glad because it got me into this business a lot quicker. Like making YouTube videos was a lot easier because I was able to get partnered at such a low number. Unfortunately, Google has way more resources than Twitch does, even with the Amazon partnership. It's just that there's something more to Twitch, you know, whether it be a community or whether it be, well, it is a lot of it is Twitch actually has a community. Twitch as a company actually cares about its users and its partners. YouTube, if I were to get banned on YouTube right now, like if I were to get like a bunch of copyright strikes, and I would like, even if I didn't do anything, like I'm innocent, but for some reason a bunch of videos got flagged for whatever, for just whatever. If I tried to get in touch with YouTube, they'd look at me and be like, this guy thinks we're going to help him. No, dude, you broke the rules. That's it. You're done. Whereas if you're like a super big YouTuber and that happens, they'll be like, oh my God, we're so sorry. That shouldn't have happened. We'll fix it. You should get in touch with the company and complain. Like they only care about the biggest of the big. Twitch, if I tweet at Zangold, which is on, you know, somebody on the support, not even on the support staff. He's one of the people that works for Twitch. I will get he will respond to me. Sometimes I don't even have to tweet at him like, hey, my stream won't start up. I changed the stream key and this happened. He's like, have you tried this? Well, let me try doing this for you on the back end. I can't remember the last time I tweeted at a Google employee, which has been never, and gotten a response or gotten help for whatever reason. I can email Twitch. They actually have email support. I feel like Twitch cares about me more as a company, and I have so much more fun streaming on Twitch. I am glad YouTube Gaming is coming out. I think that it's good and it's healthy for Twitch to have a real competitor. And I think that that goes with any business. No business can improve without somebody to incentivize them to improve. It's one thing to be a business and like, oh yeah, well, we can do better. It's another thing to be like, okay, we have a competitor now, so we have to keep innovating. We have to keep trying to improve our server infrastructure or what features we can bring to our streamers and whatnot. And I like that. But I still feel like I'm someone who's going to bleed purple, go on Twitch all the way. They have supported, Twitch as a company has supported me a lot. And you guys as my YouTube viewers have supported me a lot. So don't worry. That's why I would never shut you guys out. I would never just 100% say, all right, fuck YouTube. I'm done. I just want you guys to be aware of the way that I sometimes feel when I'm doing... Look at this person's desperately trying to do this fake. Sometimes how I feel when I look at YouTube versus how much I enjoy streaming. I don't know. I love streaming so much. And as a company, I just prefer YouTube pretty much. I mean, I don't prefer YouTube. I just prefer Twitch as a company as well. I'm very much about supporting companies that treat people correctly. And I feel as though Twitch has treated me very, very well. But don't worry, guys. I ain't going nowhere. These Let's Play videos... They're gonna keep coming this time. I mean, we were under the impression these videos would stop. I'm pretty sure in earlier videos I had said that this video series would be kind of halting for a little bit when the expansion came out because I needed to level stuff on my main. My main has 3 60s right now out of 13. Although technically some of them don't really count because it's really only 9 60s because Summoner and Scholar, I'm going to get 2 for 1 deal there. Now, remember when I said not to do Fates unless somebody else was doing them and they had already progressed a little bit? That's the only reason I'm stopping to do this Fate right here. Because me and this other guy can kill them at such a pace where it doesn't feel like it's wasting my time. Although, totally, I could have just finished that quest and been done already. But we'll finish it quick enough. And I'm a white mage anyway, so it's like... I'm actually hitting these things really, really hard. Alright. Well, together, we're both hitting them really, really hard. So this should be over pretty quick. I can't wait. They actually are planning on making buffs to these, so maybe by the time you see this, they'll have made adjustments. I just thought about this. This video is not going to come out till after Tuesday. When Savage launches, they might make changes to the Fate EXP before then. And the only reason I say they might is because they've been talking about making adjustments, making them reward more EXP, making them not have so much health or not scale as difficultly when players aren't around, especially if the Fate fails. So, you know, maybe in a future video, you'll see me stopping to do Fates because other people are actually stopping to do them. There's a good possibility of that. I just want to kill a few more enemies. And then this Fate. I think it's this and that pullet over there. And we should be done. And you are dead. One more and we are good to go. See what I mean, though? But when I say that these quests go so much faster with a friend. Think about this. If I was with someone all the time and we were able to do all the Fates at this speed, it's probably still wouldn't be that worth, but we definitely stop and do them more often, or at least I think we would. See, it's only 14,000 XP. Of course, we don't have the armory bonus, so it's 50% less than it should be. There should be another, what, 7.2k EXP on top of that. All right, so got that quest done. I think I'm almost done with the Sea of Clouds, to be honest. I think I need another, like, yeah, I still got a few more quests left before I'm done with the Sea of Clouds. The Sea of Clouds and Korthus Western Highlands are really fast the first time through. By the way, I never finished saying before, you eventually come back here at level 57. I was talking about the level 56 quests where you come back, but at 57, you come back to do a part of the main story, and it'll put you on the northern half of the Sea of Clouds, which is where you'll finish getting to the rest of the areas. Because eventually you're going to notice I'm not going to be able to get my flying in this zone, and I won't be able to get it until level 57. I'll make mention of that again when we talk about the Ether Currents, though. Alright, hand this in. I think I have to do this quest, and then this person's going to give me a quest. I think that's where this is going to be going. Item comparison. Nope. You're probably wondering why I don't take the other items, just sell them on the market board. I don't think anyone's buying them all that much. I would personally buy them on, like, alternate characters, just because they're not bad in their HQ. But I mostly, on like, alternates, I end up just dungeon running and getting all my gear from that. Yeah, I'm almost sure that at some point here, it's going to send me over to the north. There's an area to the north of here. That's where the final quest is going to take place for the Sea of Clouds. And once I do that one, I should be good to go. I am sweating bullets right now. I need some water, too. Especially with all this talking. I got coffee right here. Here, I'll drink some coffee. I've had this coffee for like an hour, and the fact that it's still hot should be a testament of how hot it is in here. And when I say it's still hot, I mean, like, I still can't drink a lot of it at once. Ah. Alright, destination. What am I like? What the hell was that? I just heard what sounded like a slamming. Must have been a door closing or something. Scared the ever-loving knobs out of me. Oh, it looks like it's sending me to the north. It's not sending me far enough north yet, though. It needs to send me farther north. Ah, the flag. Yeah, the hunts are pretty important in the expansion. So, those flags are going to be a very regular thing in the future. Come on. I can't wait till I hit 53. That's another thing with this character. I'm going to have the daily hunts. I don't think I did almost any daily hunts on my main character the first time through. When I did them on my secondary character, it definitely felt a lot better in terms of the leveling curve. And it's because I'm going to be doing things... You know what? This character's probably not going to have any trouble. Even though I'm going to... What's it called? Oh, what the heck? Alright, just throw me into a fate. I lost my train of thought there because I burped. This character's probably not going to have any trouble leveling. Mostly because I'm going to be doing things like daily hunts every friggin' day. And I'm going to be focusing on other features and, like, trying to show them and how they are. So, I mean, just that alone should be enough, right? Like, between stopping and doing these fates so you guys can see what it's like, and stopping and showing you guys what the new temple leaves look like, and just trying to showcase the features of the expansion. I imagine it's... What the... Alright. I imagine that... Oh my god, they're coming at us from both angles. Oh, he's invincible. What the heck? Alright, somebody must have pulled him, and then... I don't even know what the heck just happened. I don't know where he's going. I'd imagine I actually won't have too much trouble leveling this character. What I might do is I might stream myself doing, like, roulettes and crap on this character. Because that was how I did it before. I would do certain things to prepare for videos while live streaming on this character. And that way, if people were live streaming and they were a fan of the series, they could watch kind of like the behind-the-scenes prep, like how I think about things going into video making. And going into specifically this series and how I make sure I stay caught up. And make sure that I'm not moving either too slow or too fast. And I can also make sure that when it comes to the recordings, I'm always adequately leveled. Like, and I don't have to stop and grind it because I'm live streaming. That's just me playing the game anyway. So it's no different than me just you know, doing it on my own. The only difference is I actually get to interact with people now. It goes back to the whole Twitch thing where, you know, I loved interacting with people. If I could, honestly, I would love to do this entire Let's Play series live. What the hell did I do to deserve all this aggro? I would prefer to do that pretty much in every way, shape, and form. To just entirely do this entire thing live and then just post it to YouTube. I would love to do that. It would be so much easier. I could just only post the important things as well. I still don't have to post the unimportant thing. Jesus, mother of pearl. All right, we're good. Burning a hole in my pocket. I think that's me getting a bunch of flame seals. All right, that fate's done. See, so it took me 2 of those fates to, I think, to equate to 1 side quest. This is the final quest of the Sea of Clouds. I still have to hand in that other quest, and I think that NPC gives me a few more side quests. But I wanted to finish all of the Sea of Clouds in one video. Well, all of the first set of quests in the Sea of Clouds. Call it like Sea of Clouds Part 1 or something. Sea of Clouds and Real Talk. All right. So one thing that they've done a lot differently in the main story instances now is that you pretty much are in the same zone stuck in an instance. So like instead of, you know how like before, if you were trying to fight an enemy in an area that was considered part of the open world, they would kind of just remove all the regular enemies around you just when you entered the instance. That sort of happens and sort of doesn't happen in the expansion. There are some instances where it completely removes outside threats. There are other ones where they're included in the instance. So you're going to see a lot of that here. Like, a lot of it. You're going to notice there's so many useless enemies. And I'm pretty sure that these enemies right here that I'm killing are technically located in the same spot in the open world as well. Alright. Now, that said, everything in this instance has its strength scaled back compared to the open world mobs. So these instance mobs are generally a lot easier. I mean, I'm sure you'll notice how much quicker I'm killing these enemies. Like, look at that. Yeah, compared to how I was killing the enemies before in the open world, do you honestly think that that was just like an average enemy strength? No, that's like a Realm Reborn enemy strength. It's because it's a main story mission mainly. Like, I can even just... He's got dots on him? Sure, I'll just go kill the next one. And the enemies in here are actually worth pretty decent XP. I mean, by comparison. I mean, considering how easy they are, they're worth a decent amount. You know what I mean? And they actually can respawn, too. In this specific mission, they can respawn. I don't think I'm going to kill this guy fast enough to keep the chain bonus. Nope. Time's up. So we can skip a few enemies here. There's a lot of unnecessary enemies to kill off on the sides. Some of these enemies, though, you definitely want to get rid of. This guy just happened to turn around. Otherwise, I wouldn't have paid him any attention. All right, so 2 dots and a stone 2. And we are good to go. What the heck? He'll still die. Wow. I could just probably dot them and then just leave. Alright, we're coming towards the halfway point of this quest. It should be right up here. See, like, I don't need to kill that guy. You're not gonna eat me. That guy, leave him alone. Chief Hanu Vanu. It's funny that he keeps calling me Healer. Because it's like, yeah, I know that's my name, Healer Happy, but it's still funny to me. So I found a way to do this quest really, really fast. I'm gonna see if it works as a healer. It should. It worked as a Dark Knight, and it worked as... No, I mean, it worked as a Bard. So I should be able to do the same thing here. All you do, so you untie this guy. Because what will happen is this NPC is a complete bitch. Every time, like, anything comes near them, they just panic, and they stand still, and they run around helplessly. So what I'm going to do instead, if you intercept the enemies before they get near them, then they won't stop running. So we have, like, okay, so we have... a bunch of enemies. See how there's only one that's aggro to me? If you run ahead, grab the 2 that are on the other guy. Generally, he doesn't... Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I think I have to kill them before they get to him. Because what I did last time as my Bard is I just immediately took care of them without ever having to have my NPC stop. That doesn't seem to be happening here. I think he'll die from the next dot tick. Or not. Alright. So the next NPC should be coming from behind. I mean, luckily I am a healer. But it's like, see, look how long they're standing still for. Alright, where are the next enemies coming from? I don't remember. Okay, there's 2 of them. Yeah, this isn't going to stop them. If I'm able to kill them before... Yeah, that's what I did on my bard. I definitely killed them. And, like, shadowbound. Oh, actually, if I just slow one... Yeah. So, okay, stone 1 would have been better here. Because I could have just slowed them entirely. And also, we're starting to get respawns. And the NPCs are also on their way, too. And also, you'll notice that the ones that aren't directly related to the quest don't even bother attacking. Like, look, where's that guy going? This NPC, you just got to get them down here. As soon as you can get them down here, it becomes immensely easier to handle. So, here we go. Where is he? Alright, so now we have a bunch of them. So what I'm going to do is when they all group up, this is what I did before, I'm just going to AoE them all. This is all I had to do in order to just destroy everything before. Because they're all so weak that a few holies just kills them all, then the quest is done easy peasy. Otherwise, this quest takes forever to do. And I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm not. I don't even know where they're running. I guess they're just holding more enemies off. She just needs to make it to this guy, I think, and it's over. And... are we done? Yes. Okay, good. Good. It's 3:04. Good thing I made chicken yesterday. I can just heat it up, put it in a salad or something. Eat before the stream. Alright. And those are all the quests in the Sea of Clouds. I think Sid's going to send me back to... Whoops, I accidentally canceled out of it. I think at this point, Sid gives me a quest that sends me back to Ishgard. Well, no, Emanolin does. Yeah. Oh, wait, that was a guy. That was one of the sons, wasn't it? Yep. And now, just real quick, I'm gonna go do these side quests over here, and you can notice, see, I'm almost 51. So when I do my trial, I'll just hit 51, and then I'll feel pretty good about where I am. Just do my trial roulette once per day. This character's gonna get leveled really, really slow. I only have another... I don't really have a lot of time before... actually, no, I have a lot. Now that I just thought about it, I actually have a lot of time to record Healer Happy videos. I might be able to get like 2 or 3 weeks worth. I might be able to get him to 60. No. That won't happen. I'll definitely get a crap ton of videos out of this character, though. I was just thinking about, I have a lot of spare time. So I have to do this quest real quick, too, before they send me back. I know I'm not far from being sent back to Ishgard. And I don't mind that these videos are long, like, you know how I was kind of trying to shorten the length of the ones before. I wanted to cut out the leveling process. This is a new expansion. Like, come on, I'm not going to cut it out that much. I will eventually, because it'll be totally ridiculous. But for the start right here, with these new zones, seeing the new areas, I know the people who follow this, they want it. I think you want it. I'm pretty sure you want it. Alright, he's done. I'll get more quests from him when I come back here in like a level or two. 220k away. How much you want to bet I do the trial roulette? Get steps of faith. I'm not going to do it on the video. Don't worry. All right, Laniette. I love that guy's name. It's Honoroit or Honoroit, but it just looks like Honoroit. It just looks like Honor It. And now let's go back to Ishgard. Okay, so I'm going to teleport back to Ishgard real quick. The Foundation. Here we go. And that is going to be a wrap for the next part of my Healer Happy series. I'm going to turn on an AC because I am dying behind the camera right here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share to keep up to date on all the latest Final Fantasy XIV news, videos, guides, lore. Oh, God, I got to do some lore videos for the Savage Week as well. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And until then, take care.